This is the Red Sox Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I certainly believe at this point in time, our relationship is based on this. You know me well enough where I'm never at a loss for words. I've always got something to say, and I've got plenty to say about this. I just don't know where to start. You come back in the top of the eighth inning, and then Justin Slayton. I was ready to purchase the ticket for Chris Murphy back to Worcester, Massachusetts. Instead, I know Slayton's not going anywhere, but you get to within a run, and then you do that in the bottom of the eighth inning. That, here in September, is just unacceptable. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller. I've covered amateur, college, minor league, major league baseball, and radio TV going back to 1997, the same year that Wally, the Green Monster, became the official mascot of the Boston Red Sox organization. And no, we are not the same age. We are providing reaction, and there's just a negative reaction to this one. Yeah, you come back. You get to within a run, but you can't seal the deal. So, yes, we are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox podcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you download your podcasts. We are presented by 5 Hour Energy. Enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Visit 5hewin.com. That's 5hewin.com for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31, 2025.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Talking about being held to one run by a familiar face, Eduardo Rodriguez, who does manage to pick up his 7th win on the season, facing his former team, the Red Sox. And first NESN reference right off the top, Dave O'Brien mentioning it. Eduardo Rodriguez might have had a very interesting tenure with the Red Sox, but he was a very good pitcher for the Red Sox as well. 6 innings, 1 run allowed, 7th win on the season. And, hey, you don't do anything against Thompson in the 7th inning as well. Obi mentioned it a few times. Red Sox just going down. There's a line by minor league managers over the years. We went down like soft bleeping rain. OB, Red Sox weren't up there very long. That's after the Red Sox went 1, 2, 3 in the 5th inning. So just 1 run and down, down in this one. 6-1 going to the 8th inning. Top of the 8th inning. Rodriguez, Thompson had combined to retire 11 in a row. 8th inning, Jarvis out of the bullpen. Believe he went to Duke, former Blue Devil. Narvaez a double. Duran a walk on his 29th birthday. Bregman a 2-run double. Bregman coming through in an RBI situation. Story a base hit. Then had a stolen base with the new reliever in the game. He's now 26 for 26 on the season at stolen base attempts. Saul Frank for Romy Gonzalez. Romy Gonzalez, a great at-bat. Fly ball right field with Story stealing second base. Runner scores from third, sac fly, and Story moves to third. So he's there with less than 2 outs. And then Rob Refsnyder comes through. Refsnyder did the job. 1-2 pitch, a base hit, 1-run game. Hamilton in as a bench runner. But Nathaniel Lowe flies out, and Nate Eaton, who I gave a compliment to the other night, earlier in the week against the Guardians at Fenway, did not come through in that 8th inning. Then the Red Sox go down 1, 2, 3 in the 9th, and on his 29th birthday, Jarren Duran. I sent a tweet, whatever you want to call it, to Ian Brown, covers the Red Sox for RedSox.com. Duran, 1-run game, going to the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-run game. Duran on his 29th birthday is going to do something productive in the top of the 9th inning. No. Duran retired on a ground out, final out of the game. He goes 0 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. But bottom of the 8th inning, Slayton and Chris Murphy. I mean, too many walks, behind in too many counts. 3 innings, 1 run. He did his job. He was hard to watch. Payton Tolle, who we'll get into, was hard to watch. But Slayton, are you kidding me? Bottom of the 8th inning. NESN cameras went to the bullpen. Whitlock up. Whitlock up if they're tied or in front. Didn't tie it. Didn't go in front. Down a run going to the bottom of the 8th inning. Slayton gives up 3 runs. There's some guys in this lineup I just don't want to ever see again. Locklear, a base hit. Barossa, a base hit. First and third, one out. Marte struck out. Big strikeout for Slayton, 2 down. But Perdomo, who had a big game, homered earlier in the game against Tolle, keeps the inning alive, knocks in a run with a single, and then you've got Carroll at the plate, and he delivers the big swing, 3-run home run, 10-5 the final, as the Red Sox do go down 1-2-3 in the ninth inning. We're not in April. We're not in May. We're not in June. We're in September. And Justin Slayton, when your offense wakes up like that in the top of the 8th inning and gets you to within a run, you've got to do your job. Now, they could have gone 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th inning, and we could be talking about another 1-run loss. Instead, we're talking about Slayton giving it up. It can't happen here in the early stages of September. It cannot happen when the Blue Jays won earlier in the night in the Bronx against the Yankees. It cannot happen with the Yankees losing right now. Brutal. And really, it was a mail-in game. It was 6-1. And to be perfectly honest with you, I was ready for a nap in the middle innings. 6-1 ball game, you may have turned it off. We don't turn it off on this end. We may doze off every once in a while, but I was wide awake. I feel like I was a 7-year-old at some point. Didn't have a lot of sugar during the night Friday night. I was bouncing off the walls, just thinking, get this one over with. Then in the 8th inning, they just hooked me back in. And then Slayton in the bottom of the 8th inning did something you just can't do this part of the season. You're one of those quote-unquote high-leverage guys right now. And that's not getting the job done. Just not. And it's unacceptable. It really is. Nate Eaton does not inspire me right now. He's right behind Dustin May. You got May, who goes 6'6". You got Eaton, who's, on the smaller side. Nate Eaton needs to be, he doesn't need to be the talent level. And Dustin Pedroia, I mention him because he's in town. He's in Phoenix. He lives in Arizona with his family, had his family at the ballpark. Present day, 30 big league ball clubs. You need more Dustin Pedroias in the game. You really do. I mean, if you got to have grinders. Nate Eaton is a guy who, speed. He needs to do the little things. He needs to never hit the ball in the air, but that's what everyone wants. Hit the ball in the air. I don't like him in right field. Wilyer Abreu is going to run on Saturday. He was supposed to run earlier in the week. He's been delayed with his progression with the calf injury. Oh, he's only going to be out minimal time. Nope. I'm never buying that from the Red Sox organization ever again. Anyone says that, hey, he's going on the IL, but it should be a short stint. Think Slayton. Think Wilyer Abreu right now. Roman Anthony, see him in spring training. And I say that one tongue-in-cheek. Hopefully, you'll see him back in the postseason in October. But the oblique issue, even the other night, well, it's not a strain right off the bat. It was a strain the next week, 4 to 6 weeks. Grade 1, grade 2, whatever, doesn't matter. But Eaton, Campbell, bring him up. Bring him up. If you had brought him up in August and he struggled, then it's a completely lost year. But at this point in time, you got some sort of hot bat. You got a power bat down there in AAA. Bring him up. Let him run into one and let him strike out. He can do that. Garcia can do that. Campbell can do that. Give Campbell a shot here. I'd say Vaughn Grissom, but I believe he's still on the IL AAA. Lou Merlone brought up Cooper Criswell. We'll give a couple of thoughts here on Payton Tolle. Hey, you wanted the youngsters. You clamored for Meyer. We clamored for Roman Anthony. You got him in the big leagues. Campbell gets sent down, tail between his legs, trying to be productive at AAA. Make this not a completely wasted year. Everyone wanted Tolle. 5 1/3 first outing. Goes 3 innings. He's your 4 or 5 guy. But the last thing you need in the starting rotation now is another Buehler, another May. And I'm telling you, I think Matz deserves at least – you got an opener again. Let Matz be the opener and go 3 innings. Figure it out how to stretch him out. But you can't go the next week or two. If Abreu's not with you on this homestand or this road trip, by the way, season high 4-game winning streak on the road ended with the loss. It's a 6-5 ball game going to the bottom of the 8th inning. You were down 6-1. You get the 4 runs. Justin Slayton, I know you're not going to AAA, so I'm not going to waste my breath. But, man, you owe the rest of the pitching staff and you owe the team a beer, a meal, and you owe them zeros, goose eggs in your next 2, 3, 4, 5 outings. Yeah, I don't need 1, 2, 3 innings, but I don't want any walks, and I don't want any runs. See Garrett Whitlock, see Aroldis Chapman, go from there. Locked On Red Sox postcast, numbers of the night. We hear from you, our Royal Rooters, when we continue after this. Hey, we've got a new sponsor on the Locked On Red Sox postcast and the Locked On Podcast Network. Locked On Red Sox postcast is presented by ZipPix. Need a boost of power through the day without reaching for another cup of coffee or an energy drink? Well, this is an interesting one. That's where ZipPix caffeine toothpicks come in. Instead of the crash you get from the sugary drinks, ZipPix gives you a clean, convenient boost of caffeine anytime, anywhere. And if you're looking for the nicotine satisfaction, they've got ZipPix nicotine toothpicks as well. You may find you are going to be using these caffeine toothpicks before big meetings, long drives, or maybe even during late night game watching. You've got that right now with the Red Sox over the next 5, with 2 more in Arizona, then 3 in West Sacramento, California. They're going to give you that extra edge without the jitters. They're pocket-sized and discreet, so you can take them anywhere. The flavors are legit. Peppermint, watermelon, ice, spearmint. So it's not just energy. It's actually, there's some good taste in there as well. Ready to try them? Go to ZipPixToothpicks.com. That's ZipPix, P-I-X, Toothpicks.com, and use promo code LOCKEDON for 10% off on your first order. That's ZipPixToothpicks.com, promo code LOCKEDON. ZipPix Toothpicks, energy and focus anytime you need it. Locked On Red Sox postcast also presented by 5-Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. This grape, ginger, and lime-flavored shot brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for sinking birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy gain. Whether you're out on the course or you just need that extra push to power through your day, 5-Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you're going to love without ever leaving the green. Golf is all about good times with good people, your friends, your family, and good flavors. The grape, ginger, lime flavor of 5-Hour Energy Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev cart. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for 2 to any golf tournament in the USA. Tee up that trip. Visit 5hewin.com. That's 5hewin.com for rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters tournament. Ends October 31, 2025. All right, couple numbers of the night here as the Red Sox lose 10-5. And 0-8 now when giving up 10 or more runs in a game this season. Second time in a row, 14th time this season where the Red Sox drop a game by 5 or more runs. And at 6-1, it was just like the Guardians game 2 nights ago. No bats going. Duran hit the ball hard. Again, made the final out on his 29th birthday, final out of the ball game in the top of the 9th inning. But hit the ball hard early in his at-bats. Had a walk and a run scored in that 4-run 8th inning. But the Red Sox pitchers giving up 10 or more hits for the 5th time in 7 games. They've allowed at least 1 home run now in 6 straight games and 11 total in that stretch. Tolle gave up 2 home runs, and Slayton gave up the big home run that put it away for the Diamondbacks in the home 8th inning. Carroll touching him up. Hey, this is a team. This is a Diamondbacks club. I'll tell you right now. I said it the other day. I think I said it Tuesday after a Guardians game at home at Fenway for the Sox. This is a team that is right there. I mean, they're not right there for a wild card spot necessarily. They're at 500 at 71-71, but they've won 3 in a row, 7 of 9, and they are 4-0-1 in their previous 5 series entering Friday. Torey Lovello, love the guy. Mike Hazen, couple of former Red Sox people, right? Hazen from Cleveland to Boston to Arizona. And, they're not laying down in this series at all. Roman Anthony's out, folks. We all know that, right? We know Roman Anthony's out. You need to get over it as quickly as possible. When Bregman went down, I think they lost the first 5 with Bregman out of the lineup. And then they had a winning record with Bregman missing 42 or 43 games total. You can't wait 3 or 4 more games. This offense has to get going. Nathaniel Lowe almost hit a home run, RBI triple early on in the game. Apparently his third of the year, had 2 with the Washington Nationals. But on the hitter side, Story and Bregman need to really step up. And you really think Jarren Duran too. Jarren Duran's had spurts this year. He's had big moments this year. But those guys basically need to say, it's September right now, we're going to carry you. And in the 8th inning, and Lou Merlone alluded to it on a handful of occasions, these guys feel like they're going to break out here. But it has to be collective. You need their bats. You also need, Lou Merlone mentioned it a few times, hey, you've got Crochet. Right now you've got Giolito, Bayo, Crochet the next 3 games. Final 2 in Arizona, first in West Sacramento for Crochet on Monday night series opener against the Athletics. Those 3 need to continue to build on what they've done in recent months. They cannot have any hiccups here. They need to be legit every time out the rest of the way in this regular season with 3+ weeks left. But the veterans really need to step up here. Story, Bregman, Duran. Not calling Cedar Rafaela a veteran yet, but he needs to step up. He really does. The soft contact through the first 7 innings was infuriating. It really was. But Giolito needs to go out and get the job done Saturday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's Giolito and Brendan Pfaadt in game 2. Pfaadt can pitch well. He can be out of there in 4 or 5 innings. Bayo, Ryan Nelson, same on Sunday for the finale. Let's hear from you, our Royal Rooters. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Yeah, we've got a few minutes here. Let's get through some of these comments. Who is our leadoff hitter? Yes, indeed. Emily Talks Sox. Yikes. We were close. Then we weren't. Slayton shut that down, and the bad bat before didn't help. The bad bat before didn't help. Emily, I'm going to give you one more. We almost came back. We got to pick it up. We can lose every game and walk into the playoffs. I don't want this team walking into the playoffs. This has been a long stretch where they've played very well, but that's got to continue here. And Lou Merlone, I think, even said it, hey, there's going to be a 4 out of, 4 and 6 stretch here. You really don't want it. You really don't. Elsa's dad. WTF. I thought I would get to see Crazy Eyes Cedar in the 8th. Didn't happen, did it? Andrew the Goat, we're going to give you one here. I'm worried about the Red Sox. Was Roman's injury the one that broke the camel's back? Probably an overreaction, but I'm worried. Andrew the Goat. I think you have reason to worry, but this lineup should still be able to, score. I mean, the magic number is 5. They got to 5 and they lost. Only their second time, I think, 29 games now where they scored 5 runs in a game and lost. The last one was in August against Houston. I understand what you're saying there, Andrew the Goat, and I tip my cap to you because, dang, we know you're a little bit more negative than that one was. But you can't let Roman Anthony going down here cause a tailspin. Paul, bad loss, but Yanks and Mariners lost as well. Yes, they did. So not a lot changed concerning though. Yes, well said. I think you're right there because the Texas Rangers all of a sudden are playing winning baseball. The Rays somehow, some way had a 7-game win streak snapped on Friday night, but they're kind of knocking on the door. The Royals don't seem to want to go away. Emily, Tolle should have probably been pulled much quicker. He struggled from the beginning. He just couldn't hang in there, still young and new. Hey, it's got to be a learning experience for him. Things weren't working well. They were on his fastball. He's got to go to the secondary pitches earlier. He's got to learn from that 3-inning stint. And did you really want to add another inning to the bullpen as well? That would have been real difficult. Ethan checking in. Roman is this entire team, and no one convinced me otherwise. Well, I don't have a lot of time, Ethan, but I do believe you could be convinced. I really do. Ethan, Roman literally saved our season with his presence. It's no coincidence that we look like the May Sox when he goes down. Ethan, didn't you say they were going to play 10 games under 500 when Bregman went out? They would be 10 games under 500 when he returned? You did say that, Ethan. Hey, we're going to be with you again Saturday, hopefully talking about a victory and not a 3rd straight loss for the Red Sox. Giolito and Bayo over the next 2. 9 times this year, Red Sox have lost the opener and come back and won a series. You really don't want to drop 2 out of 3 in the desert to this Diamondbacks team. And again, they're playing .500 baseball. They've won 4 of their previous 5 series. Again, we'll be on with you within minutes of the final out. Game 2 of the series on Saturday night with Giolito on the mound. Tip of the cap to you, our Royal Rooters. We always appreciate all you do in helping us make this the #1 place to hang out immediately after every Red Sox game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, right now giving us fits every day.